was a fun fucking wedding, man. It was a blast.
It was a good time.
It
I
was.
think I guess how do we want to proceed with our huge announcement?
I mean, I guess we could start with the catchphrase, right?
Thanks, guys.
What?
Yeah.
The catchphrase.
The catchphrase. If Dave Meltzer can have one, why can't we?
That's it.
We are creating the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame.
Fuck yeah, we are.
That's right.
yeah.
If Dave Meltzer can do it, why can't we? So I don't give a shit what any of you fucking think. We got a whole master plan here. All right. We're going to pick the first class right now live on this show. Then we're going to put a ballot together and we're going to send it to a bunch of people. We already have a predetermined list of people who get a vote. And at the end of the year, we will unveil who made it into the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame. But right now, we're going to decide and discuss who is going to go in this first class decided by us four. Where are my notes in terms of what we decided on here?
I can help you out.
Thank you,
we got
because you're a
some
little more.
parameters there.
Yeah, we put some rules, some guidelines, guardrails that we wanted to go by. Despite some of us being much older than the other wizards, we've decided that we are going to take a time frame of 1970 forward. We are also going to go by a rule where a wrestler has to have not wrestled for at least 5 years. And if someone has wrestled at least 3 matches in the last 5 years, they are not eligible to be put in the Hall of Fame. So those were like the loose rules in terms of time frame. In terms of criteria, this is the stuff that we thought about and we considered in making up our first nominees and deciding who's going to go into this first class. First, we're looking at the impact on the industry, what this particular wrestler, tag team personality has brought to the wrestling industry. Let me see. What they meant to the business. Did they have a huge impact on the business itself? Their drawing power. Were they able to command a crowd? Were they able to bring people in? Did people want to pay to see these people? Their accomplishments in the ring. We know it's kayfabe, but the more you've done, the better your chances of getting into the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame. And longevity. How long did they do this for? Did they sustain? Were they meaningful to the industry for a greater period of time than most? Did they have that career that spanned maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4 decades? These are the kind of things that we put in, and these are the kind of things that we are considering. And nothing's off limits. We're looking around the world for these classes. Am I wrong? No, I'm right. So,
And Tony mentioned we're breaking it down into 3 categories. We're doing singles, tag teams, and like managers and personalities.
Yeah. And so we each decided that we were going to bring, short lists together. And then from those short lists, we're going to whittle them down and we're going to figure out amongst the 4 of us who is going to be bestowed as part of the first class into the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame. And like Matt said, also, after this first class, we're going to keep a running list of people that, that should be considered for the Hall of Fame. And it's going to be a ballot. And we have a list of people that are going to get these ballots. And at the end of the year, at the end of every year, we're going to allow our people to vote as to the next classes of the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame.
Check your
That
mailbox.
pretty much covers everything for now. Like, we don't need to get into details of later on, but for the purposes of what we're doing, I think that pretty much covers it.
All right.
So how do we want to go about doing this?
I think maybe we each give a name, right? And if we can cross-reference, right? If all 4 of us have a guy, I think that puts him in, right?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So what we decided on, just so you know at home, like We each came up with a list of 6 singles wrestlers to put in. We also came up with a list of 3 tag teams and then a list of 3 managers / personalities to put in. So I guess what Matt's saying is like we will take those lists and cross-reference them. Do we want to start easy? Do we want to start with like maybe tag teams or managers at first and then do like the singles at the end, like, you know, the big finale? Or
We could do that.
no, however you guys want to do it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea, Tony.
Well, I mean, whatever we decide to do is going to be highly entertaining because we will hit an impasse where there will be yelling and screaming. And
Of course.
Why
Why else would we be doing this?
Scott George, fantastic question. Where is the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame being built?
Bids are out. We're waiting to hear back. It's highly contested. Numerous cities around the country. Some international bids have come in. We can't say for sure, but things are in the works.
Yeah,
Things are definitely in the works.
Xanadu. For all you Jersey people. Xanadu.
Fucking stupid.
You almost
So
called me the R word.
stupid.
You almost said the R word.
I kind of did say it. I had my.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
No.
All right, so I guess we'll start in the manager personality department. I'm going to take a stab at this, and I'm going to guess that we all had Bobby the Brain Heenan.
100%.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if it's going to be that easy, we might as well fucking call Phil Rhea. I mean, what's to say? Bobby Heenan, not only a great wrestler, a great mind for the business, amazing manager, always knew where to be and where not to be. Behind the microphone, legendary. Some people still put Gorilla and Heenan as their favorite, you know, commentary team. I consider them to be my favorite commentary team. But Heenan, like, just a huge, huge name in the business.
And not to be overlooked, like when he was in the ring, he was good in the ring too.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that's one part of an easy part of what he did to overlook because he was such a star when he was managing and as a commentator. But yeah, he was everything a professional wrestling personality could be was Bobby Heenan, without a doubt.
And
He's
quick, fucking quick.
By far and away the best overall wrestling personality. Best manager, probably best commentator. Could have been the best wrestler until he realized early on in his career he'll get further and can stay in places longer as a wrestler or as a manager. Yeah. And I guarantee, besides maybe Bodwinkle and Stevens, he's probably a better wrestler than everybody else he managed at one point or another. So
fair points. Bobby Heenan's in.
All right. I took the easy route. I went first. So who's
That's
next?
fine.
Who wants to go take a stab next?
I'll throw one out there. For manager, Jimmy Hart.
I've got Jimmy Hart on my list.
He was on my list as well.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. He edged out one other guy, but yeah, Jimmy made my list.
Good edging.
Yeah, good edging.
I mean, what's not to say about Jimmy? You don't have Jimmy Hart.
I don't have Jimmy Hart.
Can I say this? The tiebreaker between Jimmy and the other gentleman I was between was his contributions on the musical side of things as well. Like you know what I mean? Like amazing manager, highly entertaining, but he also contributed in other ways, and that's what kind of broke the tie in my mind. I went, yeah, Jimmy's got to be there.
But I mean, like he took fucking like sick bumps too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, you go back, Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman. Like he was the catalyst for that. You know, like the Hart Foundation, Hulkamania. The guy's done everything. Like it's not, and he's still kicking, and he's still out, man. Yeah. I got a fist bump from Jimmy Hart 2 months ago.
You got fisted by Jimmy 2 months ago?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Jealous.
All right, so we will leave Jimmy Hart off to the side for now, but Jimmy Hart's got 3 of the 4 votes.
Yes.
I I might as well go. I think there's another one that's blatantly obvious. You love him or hate him, you can't knock his contributions to the business. Goddamn, Jim Cornette.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's those for my 3.
Brundo, Jimmy Cornette.
Jimmy Cornette.
Yeah, those were my 3 too, handsome Kevin. I had Heenan Cornette
wow.
and Jimmy Hart. Yeah. I mean, what's there to say about Jim Cornette? Ran his own promotion, fucking manager of tag team champions extraordinaire, managed Yokozuna. Sorry, the voice of Yokozuna or whatever you wanted to call him is his advocate. He was an advocate before Paul Heyman.
American spokesperson.
Yeah.
Big part of Ohio Valley Wrestling with at the time. Batista, Cena, Orton, Benjamin.
Yep.
You know, all Lesnar, all those guys.
Even fucking Rico.
Yeah,
He made sure Rico got on TV.
The Bashams.
Yeah.
And even people that can't stand him, when they see that clip of him explaining what professional wrestling should be, they go, he got me. He's right. You know what I mean? Like his mind for wrestling is top of the class.
I used to buy all the Jim Cornette shoot interviews for like RF or ROH and all that, just because it was so interesting and like not that I was in the wrestling business or anything, but I felt like I learned stuff from watching it. I was just interested the whole time. Yeah.
I mean, the cheeseburger story too is the fucking legendary story.
Goddamn,
motherfucker.
Oh, wait, you all had Heenan, Cornette, and Jimmy Hart?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is your odd man out, Double T?
The manager of the Four Horsemen, James J. Dillon.
That's a great pick.
Mhm.
That is a great pick.
I could tell by the reaction of the group, though, that it's going to go in the favor of the mouth of the South.
No, we're not limited to just putting in like 3. I mean, we can go 4. Like that was kind of like what we were thinking, like when we first put this together. But make the case. Manager of the Four Horsemen. He was behind the scenes, did a lot for WCW, not only as a figurehead, but like in the office, a lot in the office for WWE as well.
That's right. Yeah.
And he wrestled.
He did wrestle. He wrestled quite a bit.
His debut in Madison Square Garden, his only match in the Garden was against Tito Santana, by the way.
Well, he also wrestled in a couple War Games.
Sure did.
A couple of 5-star matches that Kurt Angle doesn't have.
I mean, I don't know what HK or Brundo think, but I am not against putting JJ in the first class for the Hall of Fame, but it's up to you guys.
Unfortunately, now that I look at his accolades.
Okay.
There's really not a lot of meat on the J.J. Dillon bone.
So
right,
he
like,
really had like the 80s with the Horsemen.
That's really it. And he wasn't there like for every version of the Horseman either,
All right, well, let me ask you this. You don't have to say the person's name, but is there one manager you can think of that you would put above J.J. Dillon aside from Heenan, Cornette, or Jimmy Hart? And if there is, maybe JJ doesn't get in the first class.
I can think of one.
I can think of one.
But I could think of 2, but one's still going.
Right. Well, I'm asking Double T because if there's somebody you can think of, then
yes,
maybe
because it came down to J.J. Dillon and this other manager, and I leaned towards J.J., but I feel like I should have leaned towards her.
Okay. I think I know who you're going with.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, she did manage 2, 3, 4 former world.
Oh, no. It's not.
I know.
Thank you, Double T. Thank you.
This fucking asshole's craw.
I knew you were smarter than that.
All right. So our first class of managers is going to be Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jim Cornette, and Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart. Scott George. No one had Captain Lou.
You know what? I mean, guiding light, manager, 19 World Tag Team Champions? A bastion of everything that I've been watching in the fucking All-Star Wrestling.
Did he have a world champ too?
Yes. He managed Ivan Koloff.
Stasiak? Or
and
Koloff.
he also,
Okay.
yeah, definitely Koloff. I'm not sure about Stasiak.
Stasiak might have been...
Definitely
the
Koloff.
Wizard, maybe?
Let me see if I can find that picture of him. There's definitely
Wizard
a
or
picture.
Blasty.
Stan
Probably not
Stasiak.
Blasty. Blasty was still wrestling then.
The Wizard had the tag team champions. The Wizard led Stasiak to his victory over Morales.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I found the picture of him with
And
Stasiak with the belt.
and the Wizard had superstar Billy Graham too.
That's right.
I feel like everybody on the heel side that had a championship had a manager, though. No,
It's a good foil. It's a good foil.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
Everybody had a manager, basically. If you were a heel, you had a manager, except for, was there really anybody?
Well, and even the world champions had Arnold Skolin, like Bobby Backlund had Skolin, Bruno had
That's true.
Skolin. Did
Skolin,
Pedro have
that's
Skolin? Maybe, maybe not.
I don't think he did.
Eh. Okay, so that's our manager / personality section of the Hall of Fame. Let's move on to tag teams, and I'll go first because I think number one with a bullet on everybody's list, maybe not number one, but should be on everybody's list, the Legion of Doom, Road Warrior Hawk, Road Warrior Animal.
Correct.
Oh, I get quiet from a couple of wizards.
Really? Who? Really?
I forgot.
What?
I was thinking I have 3 names, and I just plain forgot about Legion of Doom.
So Legion of Doom was not number one with a bullet to me.
But
They were on your list.
They did make the list begrudgingly. I'm not a huge LOD guy, but yeah, it makes complete sense.
you have to. I mean, like the style that they wrestled, the impression they made on the business.
Yeah.
Even when they were heels, people fucking loved them, you know?
Yeah.
And championships everywhere they went.
Yeah.
NWA, WCW, you know?
Well, and that's the thing. Like
NWA.
I wanted it because I'm not a big LOD guy, so I was trying to figure out ways to talk myself out of it. But at the same time, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like I had to get in to myself and go, wait a second, this isn't the hall of what I like. This is deserving Hall of Fame, and LOD is deserving.
Brundo, you just plumb forgot, huh?
Yeah, just plumb forgot, but I'm totally good with kicking one of mine off for LOD.
I'm
if it comes
interested
down
to
to
see
it.
who Brundo had on his list.
That's
now.
all right. We'll get there, but double T. So we got 3 of us, right?
Yes, I'm in on the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom. The
Okay,
impact
so-
they had on the business.
So I'll mark them down. They're not a definite yet, but we got 3 votes on them. Somebody want to go next?
I would love to hear either Brundo or HK. Curious.
I'll throw out one of mine. I got Midnight Express,
Which version?
Eaton and Condry,
Wow. Okay.
because they were the first version. They drew boat fucking loads of money in Mid South. They were only supposed to be there just for
Yep.
just to work the rock. No, who was it? Work a little bit with rock and roll and JYD and Watts, but they got over so huge that they just kept drawing huge
Yep.
houses.
They
had
wound
this
up working. They worked with Wrestling 2 and Magnum.
TA. Yeah. They had the second biggest house ever at the Superdome. They drew fucking huge money for NWA. They drew. They didn't draw for world class, but they had a good run there. So it's hard to go against those guys, and not to go against Eaton and Lane. Like they had the great fucking matches, but it was already turning into like a different part of the business from, let's say, 4 to 5 years later.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking about that?
That's a good. I mean, they're a great poll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great poll. I'm surprised you went Eaton and Condry because I think everybody knows Eaton and Lane.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but not really, because Eaton and Condry was a great combination.
Yeah.
I think people just know that the Stan Lane version better because sweet Stan Lane, good looking
Mhm.
guy.
Eaton and
Right.
Condry drew the money.
Eaton and Condry,
Lane-
not the fucking best looking guys in the world, but
Eaton and Condry drew the money. Lane and Eaton had all
Drew the
the
honeys.
best matches. Yeah. Lane especially.
The honeys.
fuck yeah. All right, I'm curious, HK, who you got for us?
The Dudley Boys.
See, I don't
They
think
didn't-
they qualify. They've wrestled in the last 5 years, right?
Wasn't it 3 matches? Wasn't there a cap on that?
It had to be 3 matches in a calendar year.
Yeah.
Wait, I might have my years off. When did they make that return in WWE?
Oh,
Was that before
That was a
2020?
while- yeah, it was a while
That was
ago.
a long time ago. Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah.
pre-COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was right after one of the WrestleManias in like Dallas or something like that. So yeah, that was pre-COVID.
Yeah, Dudley's most decorated tag team you've ever seen. Made an impact absolutely everywhere they went. Had good matches, both with good dance partners and not good dance partners. I think that part of what they did in ECW, and you guys would know better than I would as far as the ECW contribution, but like they were starting fucking riots from what I understand in ECW, and that well, don't fucking give me that. I said you guys would know better than I would.
Sheep heat, bro.
You got lucky, HK. They did wrestle 2 matches in 2024.
Well, one of them was the tribute to Extreme, was it not? They qualify that as a match.
Yeah, against the Onita and Dreamer.
Yeah, but I think the Dudleys, if you're talking about a tag team that deserves to be there, I think they 100% deserve to be there. Like I said, are they not the most decorated tag team of all time?
Yeah,
Might be.
yeah, you would make that argument. Although the WCW tag wins,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But
The Road Warriors might have more titles, honestly.
I mean, ECW 10 times alone.
Right.
I don't know what we're talking for WWE. Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Did they win titles in Japan?
Yeah.
Yes.
NWA or New
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
I
Everywhere
think they won something in All Japan too.
Yeah.
Whether it was the tag titles or like a tag lead or something like that.
Where can I
All right, so Dudley Boys got a vote.
Yeah, 8-time ECW champions. They're the Hustle Super Tag Team champions, IWGP Tag champions twice. TNA World Champ. No, that's fucking Bubba.
Oh, but they won the TNA tag titles.
Yes. There we
Yeah.
go. That's what I was looking for.
Were they also NWA tag champs?
Yes, for 28 days. TNA Tag Team champions twice. I think the Road Warriors have more tag titles than them. But it's the 8 times as the ECW Tag Team champions, 8 times as the World Tag Team champions.
Yeah, that's 16 right there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, was it like champions for a day and then the next day? You know,
Oh, ECW for sure.
like they won and lost the titles on their last night in the company. It's like,
yeah, they're 8 times as WWF World Tag Team champions combined 281 days.
that ain't no fucking demolition run.
No, it's not.
I mean, ECW, they're 8 times as 230 days.
Yeah, and then they're 2 times as IWGP Tag Team champions, 276, but that's probably because they never fucking defended them over there.
Hey, the feather in the cap is the Hustle Tag Team champions for 1,097 days.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They really fucking hustled.
Yeah, how about that? How about them hustles?
Double T, bring me something, brother.
I mean, you just brought them up, Tony. The demos,
Really?
Axe and Smash.
They're on my list as well.
That
Mine
I
as
mean,
well.
look, without being, I'd go. I'm a Bret Hart homer. I'd go Hart Foundation over everybody. But my childhood was essentially demos dominating the tag team division from the time they beat the Strike Force to the time they lost the titles to the Colossal Connection and then won them back. Like, it was the demos, man. They were the tag team to beat. The stuff with the Powers of Pain, the fucking double switch with Fuge, the Stooge. And I know I'm sure there are people who will argue with me, but like, I kind of like when they added Crush.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck is wrong with you?
I thought it was fucking cool, man. This big fucking Jack dude, like with the long fucking hair, and like,
Jack me off, dude.
sometimes Axe isn't gonna wrestle, then they're Smash and Crush, and that's how we get the LOD debut, and they pull him out from the ring. It's the Heart Foundation, and you're like, fucking God, I'm a little kid, and I don't know what cum is yet, but if I did, it'd be this sprinkles.
Are you trying to bring Buck in?
Hey, let's not forget who's the which Demolition is in WrestleFest.
Blast. No love
Yeah,
Demolition Blast.
No Demolition ass.
I got the Dems up there, boys.
So do I.
Me too.
I did not have Demolition.
Really?
I did not.
Hmm.
I went with another tag team who won the titles 3 times, managed by the Guiding Light. I went with the Wild Samoans. And the reason for it, not only longevity, not only big stars, not only 3-time tag team champions. We don't get fucking Roman Reigns. We don't get the Uso. Like we don't get Yokozuna. We don't get Rikishi. Like we don't get none of that shit without these big motherfuckers.
The Rock.
Yeah. They did it for The Rock.
Hikuleo.
Contributions.
Hikuleo. Samoa Joe. I mean, look, I may be a man on an island here, but, credit where it's due. Wild Samoans were a big fucking deal.
I can't argue it.
I mean, I'm okay with them not going in first class, but I figured they might be in consideration. I also have another tag team that I don't know if anybody else has these guys on their list either.
I got one more too. So what do you got?
My list is already tapped. LOD.
How about you, Double T? You're tapped as well?
No, I got one more because I had the Road Warriors, I had the Demos, and I have the Steiner brothers.
That's who I got. Steiners. Brundo does not have the Steiners.
Really?
Now I'm
do
befuddled,
not.
dude.
The Steiners was who I was between them and LOD on my list. That was kind of the which way to go type of a thing, because I really thought hard about the Steiners, but again, if you're just if you're being honest, it's obviously LOD over the Steiners.
I mean, pioneers, especially what Scott was doing.
Yeah.
He was a fucking. We're lucky he didn't fucking murder people for like legit. The shit that he would do.
We're lucky he didn't murder himself with that fucking fall away slam that he would do. The standing fall away slam.
Oh God, yes.
Always landed on his head. Explains a lot.
Just didn't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
And also, like, you think like on the heat, like 89, like we're watching the Road Warriors and like Doom, and then like here comes fucking Rick fresh out of the Varsity Club. Scott shows up, he's yoked to the fucking gills, and he's doing fucking Steiner screwdrivers, Frankensteiner shit you did not expect to see out of a guy that size. Like, and then of course, fucking theme song. Come on.
Yeah.
And they were fucking good. They were so fucking good. So yeah, I had the Steiners on my list. I think I know who Brundo had on his list.
You want to? All right. Shoot a guess.
Yes. The Freebirds?
Nope.
Wow.
I had the Bulldogs. So, big run in Canada, big run in Japan, a big part of WWE in the beginning. I felt they were, when I thought about tag teams, I felt they were, innovators and everything. So
that's not a bad pick. I like the pick. I just don't know if they're first round.
And
I don't know.
If I had to kick a team off for LOD, it would have been them. But
wow, so we are at an impasse here, boys.
No, not necessarily. I think we work our way through this.
Well, yeah.
I think we work our way through this. I mean, look, Road Warriors got 3 votes. I did not vote for them, but I'm completely on board with the Road Warriors going into the Hall of Fame first round.
All right, who are your 3, Tony?
The Road Warriors, the Wild Samoans, and the Steiners.
Okay.
Tony, you just said twice that you didn't have the Road Warriors.
Oh,
did you mean Demolition?
Yeah, my bad.
You mean the Dudleys?
No, I'm fucking confused. I'm old. Leave me alone.
Okay. All right. So you had the
3 of us had the 3 of us had the Road Warriors.
Yes. And me and you had the Steiners.
Uh-huh. And you guys all had Demolition.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So, I mean, I would think that the Road Warriors and Demolition, unless somebody wants to argue against them, I think those two are going in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Okay, I'm good there.
HK, good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, so we got the Road Warriors and we got Demolition. The only team left that got 2 votes was the Steiners. So nuts to the other teams that only got 1 vote.
I don't know, but I think it's hard to sell short the Dudley Boys.
No, I get it, but if we're do you want to put up a 1-vote team as a possible entry?
I mean,
like 2, you can make an argument. 2, like you got a basis to stand on, but 1. Not saying any of these teams don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I just don't know if the 1-vote teams, I don't know if it's there for them this time around. But I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to conversation.
How let me ask you this. How long was the Dudley Boys run? As a team, how long was their run?
What'd they start? Like 96, Bubba and Devon together?
Yeah, because they were on that first pay-per-view.
Well, they were already tag champs at that point.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
They were champions.
It was 96 because Kyle covered it in his last season, right? Or no, yeah, he recently covered it.
Scott George says Dudley's, I think, should be in.
Well,
I'm just wondering how long was their run?
They were tag team from 96 to 2000 in ECW, WWF. Then 2000 to 2005 in WWF as the Dudley Boys. 2013 to 2015, they were TNA. 2006, they were Team 3D.
They had a big run in 2015, 2016 with WWE.
Mm-hmm. So, and the reason why I asked is because we all said, Demolition, no brainer in. They don't have the amount of titles nor the amount of longevity. So there should be some consideration into that because tag teams don't generally last as long as the Dudleys have. And obviously the amount of titles. So I think there is something to be said for that. And Scott George said that they should be in.
Yeah, but 3 of you guys picked Demolition. Like, we can't sell that short either. Like, 3 of you put thought enough into saying, like, these guys belong in the first class of the Hall of Fame.
Well, but Brundo didn't even think of the Road Warriors, so we got to consider that in that whole aspect too.
Brundo was worried about tapioca on his head.
That's right.
Fucking Justin chiming in, overweight Larry for the Hall of Fame.
Get out of here with that. Yeah, but man, Demolition, like as a tag team, like they were fucking champions for a very, very long time. Like, their one reign blows the Dudley Boys WWF and ECW reigns combined out of the water.
Yeah.
And they set the record at the time for the longest tag team run in WWE.
But how long was their run as a team? I mean, that was part of the equation, and that I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that was part of why I think, in my mind, they deserve. Again, Scott George says 22 titles. Look how long they worked. Look how long they worked together as a team. I think when you think tag team wrestling, I think there's a big population that says yes, the Dudley Boys are tag team wrestling.
Yeah, but you also got to think too. Axe going into that was already like nearing the end of his career. I mean,
he might have been, but he's still part of that team, though. You know what I mean? Whether he was at the beginning of his career or the end of his career, he's still part of that team, and we're looking at the team.
They just signed a Legends deal.
87 to 91, they were together.
They did a lot in those 4 fucking years, dude.
Yeah, they did.
They've done a couple of comebacks too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chikara. Them and what's his fuck? Akeem, one man gang.
Fuck?
So their first title reign was 478 days.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to the Brainbusters, not the Colossal Connection, the first time.
3 of us had Demolition. 3. that means that Demolition meant something to at least 3 of us, and definitely to me, but they didn't make my list. I don't see how you argue against them. I just don't.
I'm not necessarily arguing against Demolition. I'm arguing for the Dudleys.
You're bolstering the Dudleys. I get it.
Yeah.
But the Dudleys for this round, kind of an afterthought, honestly.
Oh, absolutely not. An
In
afterthought.
fairness, they were. Only one of us took the Dudley boys.
LOD was an afterthought for Brundlefly.
No, that was a brain fart.
That was a brain fart.
Just so you know, the one title reign of the British Bulldogs surpassed all 8 of the Dudley Boy WWF title reign in terms of length. Just so you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Also, the Wild Samoans' 3 reigns were longer than the Dudleys.
Yeah, that's fine. Is there a tag team that has more longevity?
That we named? No.
Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
But they're still active, and that's why they're not on the. That we
You
can't.
wanted longevity.
Yeah, but they're not on the list here. Tim.
Boom.
They're still
Well, they were until that crooked-eyed fuck decided to make a comeback.
So you're so HK, and I get where you're coming from. That just so people are clear, you're basing it on your vote is their longevity and their accolades.
Longevity and accolades, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, look at their body of work too. You know what I mean? When the tag team division was kind of revitalized was when they entered the picture with the Dudleys, with Edge and Christian. But the tag team division prior to them showing up in WWE was not revitalized whatsoever. So there's a lot of contribution there as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't personally care for the Dudley Boys, but I recognize their accomplishments and their accolades.
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally care for LOD, but I had to put them on the list.
I can think of a tag team that isn't eligible yet, but will be in a year or two that has more longevities. It's the Briscoe brothers. Even when Jay was world champion, they were still teaming, and that's more than 20 years, I would say. Because I believe they started in either 98 or 99. They were tag teaming up until Jay died in 2021.
And
but that's the only other one.
The Steiner brothers were 88 to 98 as a tag team before Scott went NWO. But they also did reunions. They were in TNA as a tag team.
Yep.
Oh, that's a tough one, boys. We got to make a decision. Don't yell at me because the show's going long. We haven't even done the singles guys yet.
I'm going Warriors, Demolition, and the Steiners.
Man,
Who's with me?
as much as it irks me to say it, I got to go with HK and go with the Dudleys for that last spot with the Warriors and the Dems.
Yeah, Warriors, Dems, and Dudleys is. That's
I just want to make a decision so Brundo could be, in this unending.
Who you got, Brundo? Steiners or Dudleys?
I'm gonna go Dudleys.
Oh,
I feel like they had the longer reigns. They're longer together.
Fuck that.
Because even in
One
the middle,
asshole nominates them and they fucking win.
even in the middle of their run, they break up. Scott has the TV title run in the mid, or right in the middle. So consistent.
Whatever. It is what it is. Fucking hand jobs. So we got the Road Warriors, the Dudley Boys, and Demolition.
To be fair, all 3 teams deserving to be first ballot.
Well, everybody deserves to be in.
No, we're not fucking Dave Meltzer. Not everybody deserves.
No, I'm not.
That's why the first class will not be fucking 86 people.
All right. Singles.
This is going to get icky here, I bet.
Yeah, fucking hope you packed a sandwich, fucking Duke. It's going to be a while. Who wants to go first?
Oh, God. Can I just Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Hogan?
Yeah.
Brundo?
Yep.
Hogan.
We're doing what, 6, right? Was our
We set up, we each have 6. We said we could possibly put up to 8 in, so We don't have to put 8. Let's
Right.
be-
No,
let's be
I
mindful.
understand. All right. So Hulk Hogan. Got him. Somebody else.
HK, who you got?
Well, there's one guy I think we all know. It's Bobby Bax. Nobody else has Bobby Bax?
I don't have him.
Nope.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You're right, Tony. This is a fucking sham. This is a fucking sham. 2,135 days, and none of you assholes put them on your list?
Nope.
Carried the
Nope.
fucking company. You motherfuckers. It's a sham. The whole
Ah, you
thing.
crybaby.
You're a crybaby.
Where?
Yeah.
I know who I'm gonna pick, but I'm gonna take the obvious. I'm going Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric
Adam.
Flair's on my list right after Bobby Bax.
Yeah, I also had
course
Ric
it is.
Flair.
All right, Ric Flair's
Hold
in.
on 1 second here. I got to address something.
Oh boy.
Fucking
Leave it up-
Tropical says,
Yeah.
according to HK, title longevity is not important. That was what I was you motherfuck. You motherfuck. I got words for you, Tropical. Using a
Also,
No, I
fucking,
don't know. I don't know who
using a
this Al guy is, but I like him.
using
Can I
a
make a
fucking
suggestion just as
nutsack
a
shaver on your head? Yeah, what do you got?
as a viewer who watched the show last week? When you pull up the comments, you should leave them up there for just a tad. bit
Nah,
longer.
not for that asshole.
Well, no, not. I'm not saying just Al in particular, but like some people
All
just
right,
pull it
here.
up really quick and then you
yeah.
like,
Not for that asshole. Can we?
Yeah.
Is that for your consideration?
yeah, just as someone who was watching, I would like to see, you just kind of blow through it.
He likes to spin shit on me. That
HK
guy.
likes to blow everything. It's
You
okay.
could have now look. To be fair, you also could have picked any other comment just to put up on the screen to use an example, but you
Okay.
went to Al. So,
All right, there.
oh, my wife wants to know
Oh boy.
what Tony say about me on the podcast.
Nope.
Wow! Wow!
No, I didn't say that. That was Jersey Cow Jesse.
I said nothing but good things.
Yeah. I said
The
it.
whole-
Tell her again.
I will tell her again. If I was really smart, I'd tell her she has to listen, but she's not listening. So
Well, she don't give a fuck about this.
no, but she does. She's probably curious to know what you had to say.
I said she's
I-
one of my favorite people in the world. She really is.
Isolate that. All right, so we got the Hulkster, we got Ric Flair, Bobby B is on the bubble.
The Bobby B bubble. Hey, that's Triple B. Brundo, who you got?
Steve Austin.
I got him.
Nope.
Nope.
Really?
Not here.
The
All right.
biggest fucking money draw in the business.
Huh.
That was one of the things I thought about, Brundo. That's one of the things I thought about. A little bit of a shooting star there as far as his big time career.
Mhm.
Yeah, what longevity did that asshole have? Go back
How
and look
many-
at his time frame.
Wow.
Seriously, take a look at it. Double T, bring us another one.
Andre the Giant.
Got him.
Got him.
Fucking A, dude.
I went with that was the safe one because I know things are gonna get nasty in a few minutes. So on name calling and motherfucking and go ahead, HK. Tell us Larry Zabisco's on your fucking list.
What an asshole. I love Larry Sabisco. Dusty Rhodes. You out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. Not
He did-
Dusty Rhodes.
He's not on my list.
Dusty. Not
Not on
Dusty,
mine.
right? Not for the career or the fucking contributions. Nothing.
Or the splotch.
You fucking guys.
I mean, you
Sham.
could use the Wild Samoans argument that Tony made. He fathered Goldust and Cody.
He also did that.
Yeah, it didn't get me anywhere with the Samoans.
Look at the fucking body of work. And then again, after his ring career was over, he's still contributing. Was Andre?
Andre
No,
was
because he
dead.
was dead.
Yeah, Andre contributed an awful lot to the business since the 60s, bro. Calm your
Yeah.
tits.
Yeah.
Well, it starts at the 70s.
How many fucking battle royals did you win?
Enough.
None. You get beat
Fucking
up by a
gym teachers
teacher.
throwing them out every time.
Well, I'm not retired.
Losing to gym teachers and strumpets. What are we doing here?
Yeah, your fucking dumb purple shoes and your Saved by the Bell outfit.
Hey, you motherfucks. You've
Let's-
never
this was-
seen that outfit.
Hey, let's do a choreographed dance, HK.
Yeah, why don't we?
And he made you stand out of the ring to do it. Fucking Petey hates you, bro.
Petey fucking loves me.
This is gonna piss off Double T, but I'm going Shawn Michaels. All righty.
Shawn Michaels over fucking Bobby B and Dusty?
Yeah, because Shawn Michaels is still doing things in the business.
Well, Dusty fucking can't.
Shawn Michaels was tag team champion. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels had Intercontinental titles, world titles. He came back after hurting his back after 7 years and won titles again. DX, suck it, suck it, suck it. Come
I
on.
like Shawn Michaels just fine, but if you're gonna put Shawn over Dusty, I don't.
Well, then you're not going to like my last two guys anyway.
But at
so.
the same time, if I can use the Dusty argument, he has contributed a lot behind the scenes since his in-ring career's been over.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And he wrestled for that blood dick money or whatever.
That's good money.
The
Dick blood.
covered dick.
His dick blood on anybody's list? Brundo,
No.
who you got?
I got Terry Funk.
The fact that he got 2 fucking votes annoys me.
What? Terry Funk's one of the greatest of all time.
You
Former
fucking hate Terry.
NWA.
Oh yeah, and Dusty's just a bitch on the side of the road.
Dusty was always Dusty. Terry Funk reinvented himself, didn't join the shitty NWO.
No, he
I don't see
wrestled
Dusty
fucking
Rhodes-
Brian
Dusty-
Knobs at
I don't see
hardcore.
Dusty
matches.
Rhodes doing fucking moonsaults, wrestling
didn't
no
need
rope
to.
barbed wire
He didn't
matches.
need to. He didn't need to do moonsaults. Why don't you go watch some more AEW?
Wait, Scott George brings up 4 years and 5 months. Yeah, but the rule is like 5 years. You have to have at least 3 matches in a calendar year for that to count. So I think Sean was covered, even though he's not getting any.
He just
love.
had the one, and that was it.
Yeah, like his eye.
Still 2 separate ones. They're getting close, but
All right. So
all right.
Funk.
Who's up next? Double T?
Double T.
You want me to go?
Yeah, might as well.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Really?
Yep.
All right. Nobody had the Macho Man. Interesting.
Well, you had the Macho Man.
I thought about the Macho Man.
Thought about how great Elizabeth was as his manager.
Nope. That's why he didn't make the list.
The Poffo family, ICW, Outlaw Wrestling, going against Lawler. Then he comes into the WWF.
That's the best argument I've heard for one of these like 1 and 2 vote guys yet.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't take him though.
All right,
HK, who you got?
The Undertaker.
My God, man. What constitutes first round pick to this guy? Jesus. Undertaker? He's fucking dead.
Dong.
So is Dusty.
Dong. Oh, wait, as Jesse would say, woof.
You shouldn't do that.
All right, Scott George, I see you. I got you, brother. We're good. He was talking about Sean being out for like 5 years. That's what he meant.
Is he coming back? Does he have like a?
Oh, I can't wait to see who else is on his list.
You want to make a case for him? Like he didn't break character until like 3 years ago. You know, a couple memorable matches.
He was at the top of the card
A
for the biggest
couple
company in the
memorable
world
matches.
for how many fucking years?
Did you hear, Matt? A couple of memorable matches.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
So was fucking Terry Funk for fucking 20 years. Every place he went. Main
NWA
event.
champion, ECW
He was
champion,
at
tag team
Mhm.
champion.
Biggest company for how many years? At the
This
top
is
of the
fucking
fucking
amazing.
card.
I'm so glad we decided to do this. This is awesome.
What are your top 3 Undertaker matches?
Shawn Michaels, Shawn
Michaels,
Michaels,
Shawn
Triple
Michaels.
H.
Edge.
Giant Gonzalez, WrestleMania 9.
King Kong
I
Bundy.
like that match. Not a lot of people like
Bundy.
that match. I like that match.
Mabel, casket
Kamala.
match. Oh, Yoko, casket match. Kamala, casket match.
Did you
Ultimate
pick
Warrior,
Warrior
casket match.
because he's
Combo
super
casket
natural?
match.
No.
Shit
You see him
Sid
out in
when he
the
shits
Shire?
himself.
Stop! I'm gonna fucking blow my nose. It's coming
I
out
want to
my
shit my
nose.
pants.
Is it because he is the height of 3 of you? What is?
Him
No,
and
it's not
Duke used to try to buy
exactly.
alcohol when they were kids. Like they used to dress up like the Undertaker at the liquor store.
Did you mean to pick the Underfaker?
Yeah, I meant to put the Underfaker.
Yeah,
Listen to
change.
you. Listen to this fucking guy.
Oh God, I think the part of it is your reaction when nobody else has this person on the list. And you just
I
open
just
yourself
don't understand the fucking mindset. The
Yeah, but
guy
that's
was.
that's 3 names you had that nobody else had.
That's what
There's
I'm
so
fucking
ma-
saying. It's fucking
There's
insanity.
This is 40 years, 50 years, so many huge names, and we're only doing 8. Of course, people are going to be left off.
We might not even make 8 at this point.
Yeah.
We might just fucking have
6
the ones.
or-
Yeah. No, we had 8, but I don't even think we're getting 6, dude. I'll go again. I'll do this one for Matt. I got Bret Hart on here.
I also have the Hitman.
Oh, I got 3 of them. How you like that? Fuck face.
Like fucking scanners, his head is gonna explode.
I don't understand how you can put Bret Hart ahead of The Undertaker. I don't get it. And I fucking love Bret Hart. I love him.
Bret Hart with the Dynamite Kid brought a style that was in Stampede Wrestling to the WWF that revitalized their tag team scene.
His career is from the 70s to like 98. Like, what the fuck?
He took his headphones off. I don't even know if he can hear us.
Multiple world championships, multiple tag team championships, intercontinental, US. Like, the fucking guy.
Yeah, and Taker didn't win fucking nothing.
No, but Bret
He
Hart
didn't.
told a way better fucking story than the Undertaker did. The
Bret
Undertaker
Hart also
was
beat
dead.
Taker at SummerSlam. And he beat Austin at Mania.
The Undertaker just sits up. He just sits up. He
Beat
just sits
Undertaker
up.
it in your house.
Superpowers are in the urn. Melt it down, comma. What?
Fucking HK's gonna have a fucking stroke.
What are you gonna hit me with a mean Mark Calloway? Texas Red? Eat a shit.
The Punisher.
Eat a shit. Oh my god. Stop, I'm gonna fucking die.
DDP stalked his wife. Oh no.
Bret Hart
shaved
don't
his
have
head
a
to
yard.
He shaved his head to that Johnny Cash song 10 years ago.
Hey, I like the cinematic
Hart's
match
a
with AJ.
miserable motherfucker.
Brett, what? He's miserable? That's nothing to do with what he does in the
He's a
ring.
miserable bitch. And you know, his actual top of the card run was what, 94 to when?
98.
92.
Yeah, probably 92. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he
Okay.
won
92
the
to
title in
97.
92. That's just in WWE. You could make a case he was close to the top
You
of the card.
can't
in
make a case for
WWE.
shit he did in WCW.
It's like, dude, he just forgot to duck the kick.
I can't defend the WCW stuff. I think it's horrendous.
I mean, he did have 2 world titles there and a US title and the tag titles with
He was
Goldberg. I
so
mean,
fucking Vince Russo.
bro.
David Arquette.
All right, who else we got? Brundo, you got anybody left on your list?
I got 2 names left on my list.
Who you got? Please make me a happy man. What the fuck was that?
Well,
Do we
see you
lose-
later.
He looks like Carl
That's
Batanawa.
how much of a big of a fan he is of The Undertaker.
Bro, what the fuck? Did he
Did he lose
Dude, it's
power? Did he lose him?
creepy? Bro, this is a fucking nightmare fuel. What the fuck is that?
That's what happens when you don't agree with The Undertaker.
Make it
It's
big.
supernatural shit.
Yeah, hold on,
Is it
hold
gonna
on,
fuck
hold
up
on.
the thing? I want to
No,
see.
no, no. Here, Palaka watch. Wait, fucking here we go.
He lost power.
No fucking way.
Oh, that's
Did he?
There it is. There's his creepy little head.
Tell him to text us what he had.
All right, text us what you had.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bret Hart fan club. Hey, can Brundo get on his Can Brundo get on his cell phone and join us again? Wait, do we lose HK? Oh no, HK's moving. Well, in order to keep the show moving, I can tell you my last person. I guarantee you nobody else is going to have him. I went with Bruno. I think Bruno deserves a spot. Yeah. Yeah.
I had Bruno on my list.
Fuck yes, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 40-40, baby.
Brundo texted us his last two as well. He had Harley Race and Nick Bockwinkel.
I had neither. They're not bad picks, but I had neither.
No.
I would think Race before Bockwinkel, but I don't hate Bockwinkel. I just don't. First round, no. Hardly you can make a better argument, but I just don't agree with that one either.
Look, I had Bruno on the list. He had the championship for a very, very long time. He was pivotal in, making. He made superstar Billy Graham. I mean, that's a huge to agree to let Billy Graham beat you.
But on top of that, dude, like even like the majority of his first run, if you have to disqualify most of it because it was in the 60s, but from 70 forward, 2 runs at the top, like that's like insanity for the amount of time he did.
Sold out the Garden every single time he was there. Even, we watched that homework with him and Tito in the cage against Savage and Adonis. The place went fucking nuts for him. Nuts. He was a huge fucking draw.
HK might not get any fucking sleep tonight.
I'm very interested to see who's on HK's list. The rest.
No, I think he's done.
Are you done?
Yeah, because he had Hogan, Flair, Andre, and then he had Backlund, Dusty, and Taker.
All right. So we all agree on Hogan, Flair, Andre.
Yeah, so those guys are in.
Me and Brundo each had Austin.
Yeah, there was 2 for Austin, 2 for Terry Funk, 2 for Bruno. Then we had 1.
Right? You had Brett? You had Brett?
No, Brett had 3. That's right. Brett had 3.
Brundo had Brett.
Yes. So we've got Brett at 3, and we've got Austin, Terry Funk, and San Martino at 2. Oh, Brundo texted us the list. This is sad. Can you
the names of the show. Oh my God.
Dude, join us. See if you could join us on your phone, dude. Tell him we'll send him the code when it comes in.
Yeah, but does he have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, but he doesn't need Wi-Fi. He could use his phone. It doesn't matter. We could figure this out.
I like Fisted by Jimmy Hart.
No, don't read that now. That's for us.
Now we can, but this can go a couple different ways. We can just put in those 3 guys and let the chips fall where they may when the ballot comes out later in the year.
I mean, I would think we at least have to argue Bret Hart. Did he fucking leave?
Did he leave?
He left? No, he did not.
What the fuck is going on here?
Did this ruin the show? Is the show over?
I don't know what happened.
No,
he's coming back.
Bro, what the fuck?
What is going on? What happened?
This is sorry.
I think there's something with StreamYard because when they updated the shit, was it last? It did that last week as well.
We legit thought that you left because you were angry.
No, God, I wouldn't do that. I would do that. I love Vince too much. I wouldn't do that. I think that, there's guys that were off the list that I think should have at least gotten consideration. I think Andre's a no-brainer. Hulkster's obviously a no-brainer. Flair to me is 100% a no-brainer. I think Bruno and Backlund are both no-brainers. Like those are the guys to me that I don't think that there's any doubt that those guys are first ballot Hall of Fame guys.
Do you worry now that if we put those into population for voting in the fall in December, that there's a chance they don't make the list?
Yes. Yeah. 100%, especially for Bobby B. I think
I kind of
100%.
feel that way too.
Yep, because I think that his contributions are already overlooked, and if you leave it to the general population to go, okay, well, I think too many people just are looking at his second run in WWE, and I think Bobby Backlund's a no-brainer, Bruno's a no-brainer, Andre's a no-brainer, Hulkster's a no-brainer, and Flair's a no-brainer. I think those are easy ins.
Matt, what do you think? You think we make an argument for Bret Hart and then cut everybody else?
I mean, I think Ansem Kevin has a lot of great
they're
points.
valid points for sure. But I want to know what your thought is about moving forward.
I feel
we had it where we could put up to 8 people in.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have to put 8, but
right. I know we don't have to put 8. Man. Andre, Flair, Hogan.
Those are locks. Those are in.
And then we're down to what? Bruno, Backlund, and Bret
Well,
Hart.
no, you've got Hart at 3. Bruno's got 2 votes. Austin's got 2. Terry Funk's got 2. Shawn Michaels, Bob Backlund, Dusty Rhodes, Randy Savage, Undertaker all have 1 vote.
Let me look at the Bobby Backlund here.
I mean, if you're going back to longevity, Bobby B was champion 2,135 days. That's got to fucking count for something. Double T, when we were talking demolition, you're comparing how many other tag teams.
But then also, you'd have to apply that to Bruno as well.
I think Bruno's in.
And Bruno had a better showing than Bobby, so if Bobby's in, I would say Bruno's in too. Look, and I'm all for Bobby being in. Like, Bobby gets my vote if that's what we're doing. I just want to make sure, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, I mean,
I can tell you right now, Shawn Michaels, I don't need to put him in.
Right.
I look at Dusty. Well, actually, I look at Savage. I look at Taker. I don't need to put them in. I don't think they qualify as first rounders. They qualify as Hall of Famers for sure. I don't think first rounders. You could maybe make an argument for Dusty, Terry, Austin for sure. But I don't know. I mean, it comes down to what we're doing with Bruno, Bobby, Bret, the Bees. Is this what we're going to do? Look, I don't care, but
All right. Bruno, yes. I vote yes on Bruno. Bruno was the face of the WWF until we got to Bob Backlund. Is that fair? From Buddy Rogers to Bruno, that was it. Even in defeat, Bruno at the time was a name you associated with the WWF. It was Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Right? He sold out the Garden every fucking month.
And even when things were tough with Pedro, they would always bring Bruno back.
So I think we get Bruno in there. I think there's a very good case for Bobby B. 2,000 days as the champion. He had to fill the shoes of Bruno Sammartino, which is not an easy thing to do, but there was enough trust sought in him. And clearly he did well at the box office if you keep the title on him for 2,000 days.
And he had a hell of a second run. A run that nobody thought he would have had.
Right? Who wants to be 6-man war tag team champions with Scott Pusky and the Warlord? I don't.
I was talking more about his WWE championship win and But yeah, we can count War.
6-man tag team champions.
Who would have put that on the fucking list?
His reinvention when he comes back, and the way they treated him. Brundo.
Yeah, we got his vote on Bruno.
On Bruno. Get on the phone.
Bruno.
Oh, he's in the dark. Duh.
Yeah.
He said
That's
that.
okay. Hey, Brundo, since you're playing along, what do you think of Bobby Backlund? I'm good with Bobby going in.
I am okay with it too. Even though I enjoyed watching fucking Handsome Kevin.
Lose his fucking mind. It was the greatest thing ever. Bret Hart, 3 out of 4 votes.
You know where I stand on the Hitman.
I mean, a lot longer career than people even think of. Tag team run, Hart Foundation, both as a tag team and a fucking stable. Canada, yay, USA, boo. Like, this was some big shit. Feud with Owen, feud with Austin, feud with Michaels.
Stuff he was doing Dynamite Kid before they came to the States.
Yeah. First ever ladder match, according to him.
Oh, we know that's not true.
Well, but you know.
We're not saying he doesn't tell a tall tale from time to time. Hart Foundation. I think we're just trying to turn handsome Kevin here.
No, I'm not. So, and I'm a big Bret Hart guy, and you guys know that. I look at it like side by side careers, right? And when you stack up, and I'm going to go back to them, and I'm not making an argument for one over the other, but if you stack up side by side careers, you stack up Undertaker and Bret Hart. Again, Taker was at or near the top of the card, one of the top draws for the biggest company in the world for a much longer period of time. And you know what I mean? I'm not saying in the ring, would I rather watch Bret Hart? Of course I would. But it's not just in the ring. You know what I mean? It's all of what the body of work is. I am 100% okay with Bret Hart, but I'm just looking at stacking the two careers against one another.
Thoughts, Double T?
I don't know, man.
I agree with HK.
Yeah, you can't take away from his longevity and the fact that he was at the top of the card for as long as he was there. I don't know. The stuff with Kane doesn't do anything for me. The later stuff, like those last couple of WrestleManias with Triple H, are rough.
I get it, but you could also argue fucking Jerry Lawler kissed my foot.
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler and his Knights. Isaac Yankum. Jean-Pierre Lafitte. Feuding over the leather jacket.
NWO Elite.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We could shit on Bret a little bit too.
Oh, of course you can. That's real easy to do. When he came back,
But look,
stupid fucking match at WrestleMania against Vince McMahon.
Bottom line, Bret got 3 votes. Undertaker got 1. If I'm picking one over the other at this point, I'm going Bret. I think Taker just goes in general population for December. I ain't worried about Taker. Taker will get in.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about Savage. I ain't worried about Terry Funk or Dusty Rhodes.
I'm not worried about Bret either, really.
But Bret got 3 votes.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, votes don't mean anything?
No.
Apparently not, because the Steiners had 2 votes and they didn't get in. The fucking Dudley Boys had 1 vote and they're in the fucking Hall of Fame. What the fuck do I know?
All right, so we got.
All right, we got to do this speed round. It's almost fucking 10 o'clock. I'm tired. This is way past HK in my bedtimes.
All right, I say thumbs up for Bret.
I say thumbs up for Bret.
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I'm all for him getting in.
And we're saying no. And we're saying no to Sean, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Sean goes Gen Pop.
Yep.
New Gen Pop.
New Gen Pop.
Dusty goes general population.
I think so.
Savage, Taker.
Yeah. I think they'll have their day in the sun.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt.
Well, that leaves us 2 names left. Terry Funk, Steve Austin. Both had 2 votes. We've got 6 in there right now.
I mean, look, you can the Terry Funk, you can make the longevity argument.
Yep.
You know, he reinvented himself. He was doing things that 50-year-old man shouldn't do. When he was doing fucking moonsaults, he's part of the JTX Corp. Does the stuff with Ric Flair.
Putting a bag over his head.
Put the bag over his head. The stuff with ECW, the stuff with ECW is huge. Even his run in WWF.
He lost to Moondog Spot in the Wrestling Classic.
And he was even in fucking WCW in 2000, 2001.
Some crowbar. Kicked by a horse.
At a time when there was such an intense war between the WWF and WCW. They managed to put those things aside and send WWF and WCW wrestlers to his retirement match to wrestle each other, which is, something that wasn't happening at the time. You could make an argument that maybe him and Dory should have been a tag team that we put in.
Were they a tag team in the 70s though? Like, did
Yes,
they do a lot?
I've been watching a ton of their stuff in New Japan. Their fucking
Yeah.
feud with Abdullah and the original Sheik.
That's true. They did have quite a run in Japan.
They
If
won
it
the
was-
All Japan Tag Tournament 77, 79, and 82.
If it was between Funker and Austin, I would probably pull Funker to go in, just because body of work and longevity. Because I mean, Austin was the absolute biggest star in wrestling, biggest draw, most merch sales, all that kind of stuff, still moving merch. But he had a slow rise, shot to the top, but his time at the top was not very long. You know what I mean? Considering. So if you're looking at, is it Austin or is it Funk? In my mind, it kind of has to be Funk, even though I think, Austin's super deserving as well, and he'll get in.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, we'd have, as much as I just made a case for Terry Funk, like, I'd put Austin in before Terry Funk. Like, the hottest wrestling has ever been, and he is the guy he's on the TV
true.
Guide. He's on all these fucking USA shows. He's everywhere. Like, Austin 316 shirts are at like those bootleg boutiques at the mall. Like,
Yeah.
and everybody's fucking buying them. Like,
Yeah. That's fair.
I say yay to Austin. I'm torn on Terry Funk, but I'm not choosing one over the other. But if you guys want to bolster Terry Funk, that's fine. But I am definitely in on Austin.
yeah, I think it's got to be Austin. Celebrity Deathmatch. He had a fucking character at the height of Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, he did commercials for Burger King talking about croissant sandwiches. Like, how could you fucking say no to a guy like that? You don't remember his old podcast? He'd be like, "You go to Burger King, get a croissant sandwich."
Can't give the no see him fly a stunner. The best bits he's ever done.
Oh my God, the fly! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
He was in Celebrity Deathmatch. He was in fucking Nash Bridges, which I never watched, but he was there. He was in a fucking episode of the dead fucking Dilbert comedy show, Hollywood Squares, the Bernie Mac show. Like, he was fucking everywhere. He had goddamn Redneck Island from 2012 to 2016.
God, I forgot about
Super
that show.
entertaining. Yeah.
It's
All
gotta
right,
be-
so
gotta be-
Austin's in.
yeah.
All right, so then last but not least, yay or nay on Terry Funk?
I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers ever. As much as I always fucking shit on him. I'm gonna go yes to Terry Funk.
HK.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put him in before Bobby, of course, but yeah.
You always gotta fucking go there, dude. Bobby's in. Are you fucking happy? Can you be
Yeah.
happy?
I'm very happy now.
All right,
Very-
you know what? Now I'm gonna make everybody else happy. I agree. Terry Funk should go in. We got our 8. We got Hogan, Bruno, Flair, Bret Hart, Andre, Bobby B, Stone Cold, and the crazy fucking man from fucking Amarillo, Texas. That's Terry Funk, in case you don't know.
That is quite the first class of the Shining Wizards Hall of Fame.
That was an exercise.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it was. We will be putting together the ballots, and it helps if you're a Patreon. You probably get one. Just to throw that out there. They'll be coming towards the end of the year, and what would we say, 60 or 70% to get in?
We had it at 60, but we could play around.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll iron out all the details there. Brundo, I hope you get your power back soon, because it's fucking gross hot out, dude.
And haha, sucker, Bobby Backlund's in.
Yeah, Bobby B's in.